the headlines, both of them. Two totally different papers. Here is it from the Star, here is it from the Times. I don't know what more evidence do we really require. We have members of the community. She's not alone. Other members, I'm happy that you can talk to them. Sizwe Ngoni from Orange Farm, she's lived in that community for many years. I've had community members in my office on Monday with proof of ANC being the one driving this agenda.
The ANC has reacted to the DA accusations that the ANC is behind illegal land grab in Tshwane and Johannesburg. The ANC says the DA's stance is opportunistic and unfortunate. The party says any person, irrespective of their political affiliation, who mobilizes the community to illegally occupy land should face the law. Previously in power in both the metros, the ANC says land invasions remained a challenge even when the ANC was governing the two metros. While pulling no punches against the ANC, Executive Mayor Herman Mashaba was careful when questioned over the EFF's stance and actions regarding land invasion. The EFF is backing the DA government in the council.
Obviously, we invaded land in the past. I think we all are aware of their stance as far as this matter is concerned. But right now, we at this Democratic Alliance, we're making it clear to everyone that land invasion cannot really be accepted.
Under the ANC government in the metros, we have experienced illegal land invasion, which we were able to deal with. We have said that after these local government elections, we are not a government in Johannesburg and in Tshwane, but we will be a constructive opposition party. We have called on all of our members to desist from any illegal acts, including land invasion. It's clear even in Mr. Mashaba's statement that we know that the EFF has got a stance on the matter, but they have done it in the past. He just fell short of saying they are continuing to do it, and our hands are tied. We can't discipline the EFF, because if we discipline them, then we're out of power. They will vote with the ANC.
And our ANN7 reporter, Calden Ongmu, joins us live. A very good afternoon to you, Calden. Thank you very much for your time. Now, we know that, Calden, a war of words is on between the ANC as well as the DA over the land invasion accusations. Now, does the DA's charges hold water? What is your assessment from the ground at this moment?
Thank you so much, Leseko. It's really unfortunate what has boiled down to, some reports calling it illegal eviction has come down to this, where so many hundreds of people are left homeless. I'm here currently in 77 Buffer Lake in Mamelodi, and we'll just give you visuals of, you'll see this is the area where more than 500 shacks were brought down to floor earlier this week by Red Ants and government of obviously the city of Tshwane, where they said that people were illegally occupying this area. Speaking to residents, they say it's been really sad and unfortunate week for all of them, and they had to spend their nights outside. And in this area, as my cameraman Dumisani is showing you, some of the makeshift houses right now that these men who've been living here for many years are rebuilding their shacks. There are old women here who's helping them rebuild their shacks. But we have spoken to the mayor of Johannesburg, who states saying that this has been politically motivated and ANC has been behind this. And even DA Tshwane has confirmed that ANC members are behind this. But it's unfortunate at the end of the day, because even the residents say this has nothing to do with politics. At the end of the day, it boils down to residents who have been living here for years, and now they are left to suffer, whilst all the politicians, be it ANC, DA or EFF, they all are living in their cozy homes. But we have been speaking to some of the residents here, and for their own safety reasons, they chose to remain anonymous, and we'll be speaking to them. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Can you tell us what happened that night? And now, like I said before, this has become politically motivated. What do you as a resident feel or think about that?
Thank you for the question, ma'am. I just wanted to state a few things before we go there. Politically, this is not motivated because none of us here believe that it is a DA or ANC or anything like that. None of that. Here we are here to stay because we want places to stay. We're residents here, and that's what we want. Apart from all these things that are happening outside where politicians make it personal that no, this party is hampering the next and the next is hampering the next. All we are saying is just we want a place to stay, regardless of who is in power or who is not. What we want is that we want people who care about people to come down here and help us settle here, as this is our home, and then we have claimed it. We'll continue to claim it regardless of the forces that come or the power, the metros, everyone, even the red ends. We are telling them now, we'll fight them till we set here. This is our home. We are settling here, period.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. And sir, you also told me that you all been living here and it was not politically motivated. Neither were you all very aggressive with the people, those who came to evict you. So what do you feel about that? How many times have you gone to the city of Tshwane to request them for proper housing?
Thank you for the interview. We've been here for a month and 3 weeks now. And what had happened was the Red Ants came with the authorities and they didn't have proper papers. And they came and demolished shacks, and we let it slide for the first time. And sometime this week, on Wednesday, they came back, and what they did was not only did they destroy shacks, but they took some of the shacks and left with them. People's shacks were destroyed and lives were disrupted. We went to the lawyers for the human rights, and when we got there, first time they said, okay, they will take our case. But then when we returned the second time, they told us the administration has changed things. It was a white lady that was talking to us, and he told us straightforward that he's not going to take the case because it's going to cost him a lot of money.
Okay, but as a resident, what is your stance on this whole incident? Whatever happened here is now politically motivated. Each political party is blaming each other whilst you all are left out in the open.
You see, when two elephants are fighting, what suffers most is the grass. And unfortunately, we are the grass in this picture. So we don't advocate for violence or anything, but it is the officials, the police officials that are inciting violence. If you're going to come and remove people without having court orders and stuff like that, people are going to react. It is the very officials that are destroying people's shacks, and in return, when we try to protest and burn tires, we are labeled names like unsavory names like land grabbers, you know, whatever it is that they're calling us these days. So what we are pleading to the powers that be out there is to, this place is not used. It's not rezoned for any project. We are staying here. There are squatter camps that are out there around this place. Why cannot you just formalize these squatter camps? Because the mayor said, and he made a promise on live national television, he said he is going to formalize 158 camps around Pretoria. And what we felt when he said that was a relief. But then the following day, Metro Corps and Red Ants started visiting different camps and destroying them. What is that? Is that good faith? It's not good faith.
Thank you so much for speaking to us, but we will get back to you. We'll get back to you even more. We'll show you more, Lesego, of the visuals. You can see some of the people trying to re-erect the shacks that were here until early this week, but now it has just boiled down to 10 or 12 shacks that these young men and women are trying to rebuild these shacks. And like I mentioned before, the ANC has issued a very strong statement against the DA this morning when Herman Mashaba himself said that this was. And from there, from all the investigations, they had confirmed that these were ANC members. But ANC issued a statement immediately saying that they condemn DA's statements and says this is not politically motivated at all. And this has been going on even before ANC took the administration. Now, these are young boys who says they were living here as well, just showing few things. They want the mayor of Tshwane to come and help them. Back to you, Lesego.
I understand that you're saying that 500 shacks were destroyed, and we can hear from the residents that you were talking to that they are saying that they are adamant that they will not move at all. We are seeing the rebuilding of shacks is taking place. Do we know whether the Red Ants know about the rebuilding that is currently taking place at the moment?
Definitely not, Lesakho. These guys, like you heard from their mouth itself, saying they will not move from here until alternatives are made. They were also speaking about how there's been no warning before the Red Ants came to evict them. They said last week when obviously Red Ants had come here, they all behaved well. They just came to evaluate the area. But then this week when they came, all of a sudden they started, breaking down houses where they didn't even care whether they were young children here, whether they were old people here. They just came and they were very violent. That is why the residents here retaliated. But definitely not. I do not think the officials know about this rebuilding of these shacks once again. But City of Tshwane, we will try and get more information from them on whether they have this information. But you heard from the residents that they will not budge, they will not move from this place until alternatives are given to them.
All right, thank you very much. That was our ANN7 reporter, Kalden Ongmu, giving us more details on that story over there as the new DA leadership in Johannesburg has launched an investigation into what they say is a sudden wave of land grabs that has hit the metro.